There are many traps for weak men. Meanwhile, the world treats you better if you're strong. The truth is that none of these traps are sprung by chance. The system is designed to keep you in check. Take a look at who gets promoted and who gets dropped. If you can influence men's thoughts, you can manipulate their actions and ultimately the entire population. It's sad that so many men have bought into the propaganda and come to embrace weakness. Who is the kind of man who would let himself be manipulated into abandoning his manhood? Here are the 6 obnoxious routines that weaken men, and we will explore how to break them. First and foremost, friendliness. Men today are sloppy when it comes to choosing companions. Bad company might get you killed at any point in history, and men recognize that. You had to carefully choose your pals based on the beliefs you shared. Even more concerning is the fact that today's men choose their buddies not on the basis of shared ideas and ideals, but on the basis of shared versions of the negative habits we'll be discussing in this clip. What I'm asking is that you give that some consideration. Many young men are making friendship choices based on the mutual adoption of self-defeating behaviors. Instead of relying on a code of honor and the idea that iron sharpens iron, today's men want to be weak and comfortable with each other, and they are shocked when their friends betray them. It's common knowledge that you become like the 5 people you hang out with the most. If 5 of your pals are wimps, you'll make 6 if you join their ranks. It's true that you can adopt the personality of someone you hang out with the most. It's preferable to be alone and powerful than to have a group of pals who are weak and false. To be sure, the subject of friendship is vast. 2. Online communities. It's no exaggeration to say that social media is a deadly weapon capable of subjugating large populations. If you go to a restaurant or the gym, you will see that everyone is staring at their phone. They are powerless to resist the allure of social media. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying SM is inherently bad. There's a wealth of information available, and SM can be a fantastic resource if used properly. You're either actively engaged in social media or completely reliant on it. You are being exploited if you are continuously checking social media and talking about what's popular now. Watching random, brief clips all the time is a surefire way to get used and abused, not to mention a surefire way to ruin your attention span. Despite widespread agreement on its veracity, few pay it the attention it deserves. They've let themselves be controlled by their social media accounts. Thirdly, we have gaming. Why do you suppose that males predominate among gamers? A man's baser instincts for dominance, conquest, and competition can all be sated by playing video games. Video games have made it simpler than ever to obtain these goals, which men have pursued for centuries. There's just one catch. It's all an illusion. The designers of these games are catering explicitly to men's fantasies. Google will tell you that the gender gap between men and women who play video games is almost non-existent. The numbers are so shocking that not even statisticians will take you seriously. Why? As was shown at the outset, the data is being manipulated to falsely suggest that women make up 50% of the gaming population. If you notice that most men have a serious gaming addiction, you might assume that they are pandering to your needs and wants. It's not that guys can't have fun or enjoy entertainment. Rather, it's a reminder that they have no place trying to dominate, compete, or level up in a virtual world if they can't do it in the real one. Fourthly, quality sleep. Most men have a serious problem with sleep that must be addressed first and foremost. What I mean is that you need to realize that you are weakening yourself the longer you go without quality sleep. If you reduce your testosterone levels, you also reduce your cognitive ability. Please take note that I mentioned good sleep. While quantity of sleep is important, quality of sleep is more so. Here's a general rule of thumb to follow when it comes to getting enough shut-eye. According to the 10-to-3-1 formula, 10 hours before bedtime, don't drink any caffeine, don't eat anything, and don't use any electronic devices. Simply adhering to the 10-to-3-1 guideline will do wonders for your quality of sleep. It's possible to take it even further with some advanced tweaks, but that's probably best left for another video. Fifthly, not being able to manage one's feelings. Many men today are upset over trivial matters, which is a sign of weakness. Emotional stability is a hallmark of the world's greatest men. That doesn't imply they never feel anything. It just means they are selective about when they let their feelings emerge. By buying into the myth that it's okay to show emotion and be vulnerable, you're knowingly destroying one of the cornerstones of masculinity. A person who has the ability to provoke strong feelings in you is in a position of power over you. Master your feelings rather than letting them dominate you, and apply them judiciously. Number 6. Pointing fingers at other people. You can point, but it always seems like you get 3 fingers in return. To place blame on others for one's own actions and failures is a symptom of a cowardly man. If you always look outside of yourself for the cause of your problems, you will never be able to solve them. Feeling like a victim is natural when things aren't going your way, but remember that you always have a choice in how you react. Listen, owning up to one's own thoughts, deeds, and life might be difficult, but it also strengthens one's character, resiliency, and sense of self-worth. Taking responsibility for anything challenges you to face your own failings, flaws, and vulnerabilities head-on. Stop, take a few deep breaths, and step back to gain perspective the next time you feel the urge to point fingers. What would a neutral observer think of the current state of affairs? Explain how you feel you contributed to the current predicament. Just take things as they are. Get the whole image. The possibility of making errors is included. You need to put your pride aside, accept responsibility, and carry on. To progress to the next level in life, leave a like and subscribe until the next video comes out.